game is going to be headed to first base. So the Chiefs, with nobody out, have a runner at first. Again, that's Sage Kelch. And that's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Tyler Stolzatz. Tyler's also the starting pitcher in this morning's game. Kelch leads off first. Stolzatz drives it to the left, just a little bit foul. That time Tyler got around on it just a bit early. So the count is 0-1. Again, a runner at first base. On deck is Paco Hernandez. Paco playing left field. Ball comes in a strike, so no balls, 2 strikes to Tyler Stolzatz. He can help his effort out with a timely base hit right here. Wind up at the pitch is outside, gets away from the catcher. Base runner's down to second, rounds, looks at third, but holds up. So, wild pitch. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stolzatz is at the plate. And down at second is Sage Kelch. Pitcher out of the stretch. Eyes the plate, delivers it. Ground to third base. Looks the runner back to first out of the game. That time it was a ground out to third for Great Bend's first out of the morning. That's going to bring up number 8, Paco Hernandez, playing left field. Bats from the left side of the plate. Runner at second, Kelch, with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Hernandez steps in. High curve ball, doesn't get down in the strike zone, so 1 ball, no strikes to Hernandez. They're playing him straight away. Here's the pitch. Driven to right field. Rounding third is Kelch. He's going to come to the plate. Safe at home. So first run of the ball game is scored by Sage Kelch, who started us off with a walk, and that's a single for Paco Hernandez. So the Chiefs are ahead 1-0 here in the top of the first, 1 out. Stepping in is going to be Steph Spray. First pitch a little low and outside. No balls, 1 strike. Steph Spray, the cleanup hitter for Great Bend. He bats .350, and his on-base percentage is .552. Drives it to deep center field. Going back for it, though. Long out. So Steph Spray flies out to deep center. 2 down. Batting in the 5th spot, Jade Poe. Jade, third baseman for the Great Bend Chiefs. Runner at first is Paco Hernandez. Steal to second, and safe at second is going to be Paco Hernandez. That's going to bring Salina Senators coach out onto the field. Talk to the umpire. Evidently he's satisfied. Jade Poe's at the plate. Paco Hernandez is at second. 2 outs, top of the first inning. And the Chiefs are on the board with 1 run. Out of the stretch, pitch is high. Jade steps back up to the plate. Again, pitcher working out of the stretch. Delivery outside. That's 3-0 on Jade Poe. First base is open. Second base occupied by Hernandez. Comes a pitch and a walk. That one was just a little bit low, so good eye by Jade Poe. Draws the walk. He's at first. Hernandez is at second. And that will bring up Gavin Haberman. Gavin bats right. Plays center field. Sixth here in the lineup. Runners at first and second. First pitch is fouled back to the screen. So no balls, one strike on Haberman. We're glad to have you along this morning for this first game. Chiefs will play again at 3:30. Second pitch is in there. Chiefs will play again at 3:30, and it'll all be seeded to see who plays where and at what time tomorrow. There's a high curve. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Top of the first. There's the delivery. Comes inside. 2-2 the count. Again, we're glad to have you along listening here this afternoon. This first game is being played in Bueller. Beautiful field. Out of the stretch, the delivery. That one a little outside, just missed the plate. Full count. Runners will be moving. Haberman looks out to the pitcher. Here comes the delivery. And it's driven back up the middle for a single. That one's going to score a run. Coming across is going to be Paco Hernandez. So second run of the inning, and give Gavin Haberman an RBI. It's now 2-0. Chiefs over the Salina Senators. Nice bit of hitting right there by Haberman. At the plate's going to be Brad Beck, catcher for Great Bend. He bats right. Runner at first. First pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Second pitch is taken to shortstop. Fires across and out at first base. So that's going to do it for the first half of the inning. After 1/2 inning of play, it's Great Bend Chiefs 2 and the Salina Senators coming to bat. So the Chiefs scored 2 in that first inning off of 2 walks and a single. They stranded 1. Your battery today on the mound for the Chiefs is Tyler Stolzatz, and behind the plate will be Brad Beck. Mason Gary will be the first batter for Salina. And Mason plays second base. Mason Gary steps up to the plate to face Stolzatz. Big high drive out to center field, caught by Gavin Haberman. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Salina. That's going to bring the second batter up to the plate for Salina, being Jayton Mathis. Right-handed batter. He's their pitcher for today. First pitch by Stolzatz is driven down the left field line, just past third baseman. It'll be a long single, but that thing was hugging pretty close to the bag. It was a nice pitch that was made by Stolzatz. But a runner at first. That's Jayton Mathis. From the left side of the plate, Parker Benoit. Benoit, pitch, a little bit outside. Benoit plays first base for Salina. Pickoff move to first, back in safely. Stolzatz, big left-handed pitcher, brings it, and there's a double play. It's lined out to first base. So after 1 inning of play, it's Great Bend 2, Salina 0. Both of these teams, Great Bend and Salina, with 1 hit apiece. Difference is Great Bend received the benefit of 2 walks and were able to score 2 runs. So here after the first inning of play, Great Bend leads by a score of 2-0. Here in the top of the second inning, is going to be Joseph Mader. First pitch, swing and a miss. 1 strike on Mader. Joseph just made it back. He's come off of an ankle injury. I believe he may have made it back last Wednesday against Dodge City. But happy to have him back. Curve comes in. Going to say it hit the plate. Joseph Mater playing right field to step back into the box. Bats from the right side. Second pitch is outside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mater facing Mathis. There's a delivery. That one's outside. Evens the count. 2 apiece. Joseph Mater steps back in. Mathis with the wind-up delivery. It's hit high in the air to the left side. We'll see if it stays in play. Goes out of play. That one was really close to staying in to the field of play, but drifted out. So the count remains at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Joseph Mater stares back out at the mound. Here comes the pitch. Mater, a bouncer to third, is going to go foul. So again, the count will remain at 2-2. Chiefs on top, 2-0 over Salina here in the first game. This one driven down the left side. They're going to say that it went foul. Anyway, this is the first game of this tournament. Chiefs came into this first game with a record of 8-2. There's a pitch that's high. Full count to Joseph Mater. Again, Chiefs came in with an 8-2 record. Wednesday they won a doubleheader against Dodge City. Wind up and delivery. Driven foul. So Mater stays alive and tacks some pitches onto Jayton Mathis. Joseph Mater steps back in with a full count. Yeah, swing and a miss on a curveball, so Joseph Mater goes down on strikes. That's going to bring up Edwin Chavez, second baseman for the Chiefs. Bats from the right side. As I was saying, this is the first game of the 2021 Bob Hooper Showcase put on in McPherson. First pitch misses, a ball. Quickly, second pitch hits the ground. So 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. Edwin Chavez at the plate. Edwin looks at the pitch, drives it back to the screen. So that time Edwin was right on that, just about 1/4 of an inch off as that foul came straight back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wind up the pitch. Curve ball fouled off to the right side. It's going to stay in play and caught by the first baseman, so that'll be the second out. And that takes us back up to the top of the order. It's going to be Sage Kelch, shortstop for the Chiefs. 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Kelch steps in from the right side. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second inning, and the Chiefs hold a 2-0 lead. Mathis delivers the pitch. It's driven out to left field. Center fielder's going to take it for the 3rd out of the inning. So after 1.5 innings, it's the Chiefs 2 and Salina coming to bat. I'd like to take this moment to tell you that the Chiefs are coached by Randy Beck, assisted by Landon Skiaka, and the manager is Darren Hall. Great Ben is healthy coming into this contest. Again, Joseph Mader was out for a while with an ankle injury, but they're back to full strength. The Chiefs have this tournament, and then next week they will go to Salina on the 29th. They'll go to Salina. It's a triangular at Salina with Pratt. So they'll play a 6 and an 8 o'clock game on the 29th at Salina. But the Chiefs trying to improve their record. Sits at a very nice 8-2 right now. Salina ended the last inning on a bang-bang play at first. It was a line drive to the first baseman, who then stepped on the bag and doubled off the runner. Stepping into right now is Kate Barber, cleanup hitter for Salina, here in the bottom of the second inning. There's the pitch. It's driven out to left field. Coming up to grab it's going to be Paco Hernandez. So Paco records the first out. With 1 out, it's going to bring up Ty Miller. Miller bats from the right side. Plays left field. There's one driven out to center field. It's going to be picked off by Gavin Haberman. So 2 fly balls, 1 to left, 1 to center, and 2 outs for Salina. Tyler Stolzatz looks really, really good on the mound today. Just a tall, good-looking pitcher. Very smooth. Here comes the pitch, a little bit outside, ball 1. Nick shoots at the plate. That one is called a strike, so 1 ball, 1 strike. There's one driven to center field and caught by Gavin Haberman. So 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 3rd. Chiefs lead this game 2-0. I'd like to take this chance to recognize a few of our sponsors for the Great Bend Legion Chiefs baseball. Be sure to thank one of those fine sponsors that you'd hear, as they're the ones that make it possible for us to be bringing you Legion Baseball this summer. Venture Corporation was founded by Orville Butch Spray in the 1970s with a small asphalt plant in Larned, has grown to become one of the largest asphalt contractors in Kansas. Today, Venture is a lot more than just asphalt paving, with over 150 employees, 4 portable plants, and production of over 900,000 tons of asphalt annually. Venture does everything from parking lots and running tracks to highways and interstates. The main goals are safety, quality, and efficiency. We focus on commitment to our employees and community. Venture Corporation will uphold these traditions today, tomorrow, and in the future. And I have to say that I remember when Butch Spray started that in the 70s. Great company and just a proud supporter of so many things. Thank you, Venture Corporation. All right, we're back up to the bottom, or I'm sorry, the top of the third. There's a foul ball to the left side. That's Tyler Stolzatz. So no balls, 1 strike. Bats from the right side, pitches left. There's a curve ball, comes in just a little bit low. Count evens at 1-1. Wind up in the pitch. Driven deep to left field, but the left fielder's going to get it right in front of the fence. So a long out by Tyler Stolzatz for the first out here in the top of the third. That'll bring up Paco Hernandez. Paco had the first RBI of the game. Paco batting from the right or the left side. So he gave the Chiefs their first lead. Here's the pitch, driven up the middle, straight up the middle for a single. So Paco Hernandez that's his second hit of the game. 2 for 2. And that's going to bring up Steph Spray. Steph, cleanup hitter for Great Bend. Flew out his first time up. Big, strong kid. Pitch comes in outside. They may have called that a strike. Hernandez leads off first base. Spray at the plate. Pickoff move to first. Back in plenty of time is Paco Hernandez. Steph Spray steps back in. This one is high in the air, going to left field. Left fielder comes in, catches it. So that'll be the second out here in the top of the third inning. Spray flies out 2 times so far in the ball game. Jake Poe with 2 outs, and Hernandez at first will step in. Jake Poe, his first time up, drew a walk. Poe bats from the right side. Mathis with the pitch, high. 1 ball, no strikes. Chiefs lead 2-0 here in the top of the third inning. Jake Poe waiting on the pitch. Here it comes inside. I'd also like to tell you that these games are timed, and there can be no inning that starts after an hour and 45 minutes, and the game is over at 1 hour and 50 minutes. There's a pitch. It's popped up, hit right up above us. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 7-inning games. Also, run rules in effect. We'll go over those after a while. Going down to second, Hernandez is going to be safe. I also believe that that's Paco Hernandez's second steal of the ball game, but he gets down in scoring position. Poe steps back in. Hernandez now at second. Wind up in the pitch. Popped up left side. Third baseman goes for it and hauls it in front of the fence. So 3 down for the Great Bend Chiefs. They still lead here after 2.5 innings by a score of 2-0. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's going to be Bryce Cooper, first batter. He plays third, bats from the right side. And so far in this ball game, Tyler Stolzatz has been very, very efficient. It's been 3 batters in the first, 3 batters in the second. And we hope that Tyler keeps that going. He's, as I mentioned before, nice, smooth, left-handed pitcher. Here comes the pitch, and the batter is going to be hit. That's going to bring up Jayton Mathis. Mathis at the plate. Gary on first, leads off. High bouncing ball to the pitcher. He'll take it first for the out. So Mason Gary advances down to second base. It's a ground out by Mathis. Actually a fielder's choice. So with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd, it's Parker Benoit at the plate. First pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Chiefs 2, Salina 0. This pitch is brought in. Get high in the air to left field, running into center field to get it. So that'll bring up the second out, but that time it was left fielder Paco Hernandez that called off the center fielder, and he ended up catching it in center field. So nice play by Paco. That is the second out of the inning. First pitch to Cade Barber is a strike. No balls, one strike, two down. Stolzatz brings it. This one hit the left field, and I think it's going to fall in right before the line. Nope, they're going to say it's a foul ball. Tough to see from up here. There are a number of things in the way, not the least of which is shade over the third base crowd. In these kind of days, you need that. So Cade Barber steps back in. Fouls it off the right side. On that last out, Mason Gary tagged up and made it to third. It was a very, very long out. Stolzatz brings it just a little bit outside. One ball, two strikes. Cade Barber at the plate. Stolzatz delivers it. And out at first base is catcher dropped that one, but nonetheless, Great Bend gets that force out. So no runs here in the bottom of the third inning. Great Bend 2, Salina 0. Fieldhouse, a premier athletic training facility. Join us for open gym, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., Monday through Friday, only $5 per session. Basketball hoops, volleyball net, batting cages, pitching mounds, weights, and cardio equipment. At the Fieldhouse, they believe in only the highest standards of physical fitness training. The staff members at the Fieldhouse are actively enriching the lives of our members and creating a community of like-minded people who love being healthy and strong. Join the Fieldhouse to get access to our amazing trainers, group fitness classes, our community of fitness-focused individuals cheering you on, state-of-the-art gym equipment, and so much. Get unlimited classes for only $65 a month. And we thank the Fieldhouse for your sponsorship on Great Bend Chiefs Legion Baseball. Top of the fourth, it's going to be Gavin Haberman. First pitch is grounded off to the left. No balls and a strike. Gavin had one of the two RBIs on a single in the first inning. Wind up in a pitch. Gets away from the catcher. 1-1 the count. Great Bend Chiefs 2, Salina 0 here in the top of the fourth. Mathis with the wind up in the pitch, a little bit high. Two balls and a strike. Gavin Haberman, center fielder for the Chiefs, has been busy in this one. There the pitch comes in for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. There's the windup and the pitch to Haberman. It's clear out in front of the plate. So full count. Haberman is last time up with a single and an RBI. Nobody on right now. Top of the fourth. Haberman, it goes inside. He's going to draw the walk. So Gavin Haberman's been on base twice. Once from a single, once from a walk. He also has an RBI. So he's 1-1 with a walk. Second trip down to first base. Haberman leads off. Brad Beck attempted to lay down a bunt. Went just foul down the third baseline. Great idea right there. Haberman will go back to first. Beck looks at the signal. Steps back in from the right side. No balls and a strike. Beck tries to lay down another one. Does. Right out in front of the pitcher. He'll go to first base for the first out. So a nice sacrifice that time by Brad Beck. Moves the runner up to second. So only one out here in the top of the fourth inning. That's going to bring Joseph Mater to the plate. Mater, his last time up, struck out. See if he can advance that runner. Joseph Mater. Here comes the pitch. Called strike. Right across the chest and right on the outside of the plate. Runner at second. That's Haberman. Here's the pitch. Swinging, fouled back. So Haberman will retreat back to second. Joseph Mater will step back in as the umpire cleans off the plate. Mater in the right batter's box. Here comes the pitch. And they're going to call that a third strike. So Joseph Mater, with some bad luck there. 2 outs for the Chiefs. Haberman at second base. And Edwin Chavez coming to the plate. Chavez bats right. First pitch is outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Again, 2 outs. Top of the fourth. And Great Bend with a 2-0 lead. Out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch. It's high. 2 balls, no strikes. Good eye that time by Edwin Chavez. Mathis looks in. Chavez drives it to the right side. High ball. And almost dropped by the right fielder. It actually popped out of his mitt and he caught it with his open hand. So fly out to right field by Edwin Chavez. So after 3.5 innings of play, it's Great Bend 2, Salina 0. Fifth, sixth, and seventh batters for Salina will be coming to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll be Ty Miller, their left fielder, Nick Schutz, their right fielder, and Bryce Cooper, their third baseman. Throw down to second. We're ready to start the bottom of the fourth. This game's only been going for 50 minutes, so 55 left before we start worrying about it being called for time. It's going along pretty quickly. First pitch, fouled back. Stulsatz has the advantage. No balls and a strike. To Ty Miller. Stulsatz brings it. High pop up, left side. Coming in is going to be Paco Hernandez. So between Paco Hernandez and Gavin Haberman, they've been two busy guys out there in left field and center field respectively. But Ty Miller flies out to left. First out of the inning here in the bottom of the fourth. That's going to bring Nick Schutz to the plate. Takes a swing at first one, misses. So a strike. Stulsatz again ahead in the count. No balls and a strike. Here's the delivery. Grounded to the right side. Second baseman takes it, fires to first, and out. So the second out here in the bottom of the fourth is a ground out to second. No runners on for Salina. Stulsatz cruising along. And that's going to bring up Bryce Cooper, third baseman, for Salina with two outs. First pitch, a little bit high, one ball, no strikes. The second one comes in, it's a strike, so it evens the count. 1-1. One ball, one strike. Stulsatz brings a curveball in for a strike. That was a beauty. Right across the outside of the plate. One ball, two strikes. The count to Bryce Cooper. Stulsatz brings it. Ooh, so close. Just missed. Count evens up, two apiece. That was a very well-placed pitch by Stulsatz. Here comes the pitch, driven back up the middle. Great play by Stulsatz, fires to first for the third out. So that was going to be a ground out to the pitcher for the third out of the ball game. So after 4 innings of play, it's Great Bend 2 and Salina 0. Scott Mader and the Mader family take this opportunity to acknowledge the many athletes who represent the community well. These young men featured here this afternoon or this morning are learning early that success comes with sacrifice and that there are great rewards for the diligent who work to the finish. Congratulations to the members of the American Legion baseball team and the athletes in other sports who represent our community year-round. Scott Mader and the Mader family thank all the parents who sacrifice time and energy every year to see that their children have the opportunity to compete at their sport or activity. This is building the future of our community by instilling leadership skills and life learning lessons in the field, on the court, or in the auditorium. Support the young people of our community in all their worthy endeavors, and thank the parents and the village that make it happen. Thank you to Scott Mader and the Mader family. Okay, we move to the top of the fifth inning. First pitch is down in the dirt. That one is to Sage Kelch. So at the top of the fifth, we're at the top of the order. It's going to be Kelch, Stolzatz, and Hernandez coming to the plate. Kelch eyes it outside. Passed ball. Sage Kelch drew a walk in the first inning and had a fly out at the top of the second inning. There's a ball. So 3 balls and no strikes to Sage Kelch. Again here at the top of the fifth inning. Wind up the pitch. That one's going to be called right across the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Kelch was taken all the way on that one. Kelch steps back in. Drives it to the left side. Third baseman takes it. Fires the first and just gets a flying Sage Kelch down the line. So a ground out to third is going to be the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Tyler Stolzatz, second batter and the pitcher. He bats from the right side. Stolzatz. First pitch coming in. Driven to the left side. Third baseman takes it. Fires over to first. Second out. Here in the top of the fifth inning, again, it's a ground out to third. So with 2 out here in the top of the fifth, it's going to be Paco Hernandez batting from the left side. He's been busy today. He's 2 for 2, has an RBI, and has quite a few recorded outs out in left field. Hernandez watches the first one low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Top of the fifth for the Chiefs. Mathis still on the mound for Salina, brings the pitch. They go sweeping curveball, falls in for a strike. Hernandez steps back in. There's the pitch and the swing, driven back up the middle. Center fielder's going to have it. Third out here in the top of the fifth. So after 4.5 innings, it's Great Bend 0, or Great Bend 2, Salina 0. We're to the bottom of the fifth inning, but I want to give you just a few stats on Tyler Stolzatz. I mentioned he's a good-looking left-handed pitcher, very smooth. Coming into this game, he's given up 12 hits and 5 runs. 3 of those runs were earned. He's only given up 3 walks and has 16 strikeouts. He's got a 1.75 ERA, which is tied for the best on Great Bend's team, and his whip is 1.25. So the big lanky left-handed pitcher with a great ERA and whip to back up his pitching. We're going to go to the bottom of the fifth. It's going to bring up Ethan Bolin. Ethan's the catcher for Salina, bats from the right side. First pitch, right down the boulevard by Stolzatz. He's ahead in the count. No balls and a strike. Brings it. A little bit inside. Evens the count at 1-1. Nobody out, nobody on here in the bottom of the fifth. Great Ben with a 2-0 lead. Stolzatz brings it, and it's going to bounce off of the mid. Great Ben's shortstop, so reaching first base is Ethan Bolin. And that was Sage Kelch that couldn't handle that hot one at shortstop. So still nobody out. Brings up Nick Clayson. First pitch comes in. It's a strike. Stolzatz ahead in the count. No balls, one strike. Lead off at first base is Ethan Bolin. Here's the pitch. Curve that just misses the outside of the plate. Again, we're glad to have you along this afternoon for Great Bend Chiefs in Legion Baseball. Pickoff move to first, almost got him. Ethan Bolin just barely back in to first. Nice pickoff move by Stolzatz. Bolin hanging a little bit closer to the plate now. And Clayson tries to lay down a butt, and the bunt is fouled off. Stolzatz ahead in the count. Nobody out, one on for Salina. Comes the pitch, runner is going. Throw down to second. Runner's going to be safe, but it's a strikeout. It's a strikeout on Nick Clayson. Going down to second is Ethan Bolin. First time that Salina's had a runner in scoring position here in the ball game. We're in the bottom of the fifth. First batter squares around. Stolzatz picks it up. Doesn't have a play at first. First baseman came running in for it. Stolzatz got it. And second baseman was too far away to make it to first. So runners at the corners and nobody out. That's going to bring up Jayden Mathis, the pitcher. Runners at the corners. Stolzatz looks in, brings it outside. One ball, no strikes. And Great Bend with a 2-0 lead. They scored both of those runs in the top of the first inning. Both runners lead off the corners. Mathis. Nice curveball that time, and a delayed steal at second. They're not going to get him. That's a situation where the guys have got to be telling Stolzatz that the runner's breaking. So now there are runners at second and third with one out. Pitch outside, one ball, no strikes. So even though Jayden Mathis struck out, there was a delayed steal from first to second, so they have two runners in scoring position. Pitch comes in for a strike. There's a pitch driven to second base. We'll go to first for the second out. One run scores. So now a 2-1 ball game. The lead with Great Bend. but 2 outs. That's Ethan Bolin that came around to score. Parker Benoit at the plate. Pitch comes in, driven down the left field line, just foul. That time Benoit got around on it, but it was a little too quick. Now we're going to have a conference at the mound. It's going to be Jay Poe and your battery of Brad Beck and Tyler Stolzatz. Big lefty on the mound, brings it. Ball. That time it bounced, but Beck was able to get to it to hold the runner at third base. Third base runner represents the tying run here in the bottom of the fifth. There's a big old swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Parker Benoit. Stolzatz looks in, brings the pitch right down the middle, but just a little bit low. That'll even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tying run at third. See if Stolzatz can work his way out of this one. There's a pitch that comes in, called third strike. Great pitch by Tyler Stolzatz to end this inning here in the bottom of the fifth, as the Great Bend Chiefs lead by a score of 2-1, heading to the top of the sixth. Okay, Great Bend coming to the plate. They are clinging to a 2-1 lead. It's going to be cleanup hitter Steph Spray coming to the plate. Mathis on the mound, first pitch, driven to left field for a solid single. Steph Spray got good wood on that one. Gets his first hit of the day. And he'll be at first base with nobody out. That's going to bring up Jade Poe. Poe will step into the box from the right side. Now we're going to have a timeout as Salina's manager comes out. Head coach comes out for a conference on the mound. Animal Medical Center, large or small, they care for them all. At AMC, they strive to provide our clients with the highest quality veterinary services possible through quality examinations, advance in accurate diagnostics and progressive medicine and surgery with compassionate care in a clean and very friendly environment. AMC offers full service small and large animal care, including vaccinations, spay and neuter surgeries, acupuncture, animal chiropractic, ultrasound diagnostics, surgical laser, and more. The clinic offers retail products for pet care and nutrition and boasts a clean, open hospital environment. Listen for their monthly specials. And thank you to Animal Medical Care for your support. Poe attempts a bunt. Mathis stays on the mound after the conference. So no balls in the strike. But Poe, he was trying to advance Spray down to second. Poe steps back in. No balls in the strike. Lays down a bunt right out in front of the plate. Throw goes to second. And they're going to get Spray, so on a fielder's choice, Jade Poe will be down at first base, so one out. And again, Great Bend with a 2-1 lead. That's going to bring Gavin Haberman to the plate. Haberman with a single and a walk and an RBI. First pitch, he drives into the gap in left center field. It's going to be cut off by the left fielder. Runner advancing to third and holding it to a single. Gavin Haberman with a nice bit of hitting there. 2 singles in this ball game, but he was able to advance Jade Poe all the way around to third. So with one out, it's going to bring Brad Beck to the plate. He's looking at the signals down in the third base coach's box. Runners at the corners for Great Bend. They've got a 2-1 lead and one out. Beck squared like he was going to bunt, takes the pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. First baseman holding the runner at first, fairly close. Third baseman not holding the runner very close. Beck lays down a bunt, goes down the line, and a base running error is going to be made. That time Jade Poe thought that the pitcher was going to take it to first base, but he's tagged out as he was coming down the line. So that's going to be the second out, and that's going to leave runners at first and second. Runners at first and second at the plate. Driven into the past the shortstop, coming around to the plate and scoring the run is going to be Gavin Haberman. So nice bit of hitting that time by Joseph Mader. Again, runners at second and third. First pitch, a strike. That one to Edwin Chavez. Let's give credit where credit's due. I didn't see that they had substituted in Matthew Mader. So Matthew Mader's the one that drove it in to the shortstop gap. Swing and a miss, try to pick off at second base, goes into center field, but the runners will stay at first and second. It was Matthew Mader who was inserted into the lineup, had a single that scored that run. So Great Bend leads by a score of 3-1. At the plate is Edwin Chavez. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Chavez fouls it straight back. Chavez steps back in. Mathis was the pitch. Driven right straight back up to the middle into center field. Runner stops at third. Nice throw. Nice throw from the center fielder to cut off a run. Now the Chiefs have runners with the bases loaded. And it's going to be Sage Kelch, top of the order, coming up. Nice single that time by Edwin Chavez. And we're going to have a pitching change.
Do you want to run this today?
Empire improvements and overhead doors for everything outside your home or business, top to bottom. Empire can help remodel your space and bring your vision to reality. For every project, Empire will provide free estimates, a project timeline, and quality workmanship. For products and services, doors, windows, siding, roofing, guttering, and garage doors. Thank you to Empire Improvements and Overhead Doors. We are going to have a change in pitchers here with 2 outs and bases loaded. Great Bend with a 3-1 lead. I'd like to also take this time to thank Eagle Tire, 10th and Main, and 10th and Kansas in Great Bend. Full-service tire dealer and automotive repair shop. See them for oil, lube, and filter service, as well as exhaust service. Thank you, Eagle Tire. It's been a good ball game so far. Again, Chiefs right now, they've scored 1 run in this inning, and they lead by a score of 3-1. But Tyler Stolzatz, pitcher for Great Bend, can help himself and his team a lot with a timely hit here. Or check that, not Tyler, it's going to be Sage Kelch, because in the middle of that, they decided with the bases loaded, Davey and Salina, to bring in another pitcher. So it's going to be Sage Kelch with an opportunity. He has a walk and is 0 for 2. Kelch, first pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike, 2 down. Bases juiced for Kelch. Here's the pitch, inside. They're going to say it caught the inside corner. So, Kelch down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Steps back in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's going to do it. As Sage Kelch with a strikeout Great Bend had a great opportunity that time as they had the bases loaded, but were not able to get another run across. They were able to get one across, but they could have broken it wide open with a hit with the bases loaded. Tyler Stolzatz has pitched a great ball game. And right now, he's out there with a lead of 3-1. Zip Stop, all your convenience items at Zip Stop at 10th and Main and 10th and Grant in Great Bend and on Santa Fe in Ellenwood. Save money with every fuel purchase when you pay with cash. Also, Smith's Supply, LLC is proud to serve the independent oil and gas operators of Mid-America and offers a full-service pump shop and after-hours accessibility. Call Smith Supply for oil country tubular goods, artificial lift systems, downhole equipment, service equipment, and gas pumping engines. First pitch by Stolzatz is just outside. This is the cleanup hitter for Salina. Second one's called a strike outside corner. So Kate Barber, nobody out for Salina. 1-1 the count. Stolzatz just out of the reach of the shortstop and out into left field. So leadoff hitter Kate Barber gets a single. That's going to bring up Ty Miller, their fifth batter. Leading off at first base, Kate Barber. Nobody out. Stolzatz brings it a little high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Stolzatz looks in, brings it outside. 2 balls, no strikes. And a runner at first base. At this point, just important to get outs. Next pitch comes across the plate. 2 balls and a strike to Ty Miller. Barber at first. Second pitch. Called a ball. 3 balls and a strike. Stolzatz delivers it to the plate, fouled straight back. So full count on Ty Miller. Kate Barber at first gets the lead off. Miller steps back in, nobody down. Pitch comes in, driven to left field, and going back is Haberman. He's able to make the catch. What a great catch by Paco Hernandez. Got too excited there. Paco Hernandez made a great catch that time in left field to record the first out, and it kept the runner at first. That one looked like it was going to be over his head, but Paco was able to pull it down. So we've got 1 down on a long fly out by Miller. Second batter squares to bunt. Throw down to second. And he's going to be called out. So that time the runner took off. Kate Barber, he's thrown out at second base by Brad Beck. So now, all of a sudden, we have 2 outs and nobody on. So 2 down, Great Bend with a 3-1 lead. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Nick Schutz. Big old sweeping curveball comes in for the strike. Count is even at 1-1. Stolzatz, grounder to second base. taken by the second baseman, out at first base. Out at first base, so no runs. Great Bend able to get out of that one. No runs on that play. And that's going to do it for this ball game as the Great Bend Chiefs win this ball game by a score of 3-1. They were able to shut down Salina after Salina was in a position to possibly tie this ball game up. But great pitching and great defense. Again, Hernandez out in left field made a beautiful catch. So Great Bend moves their record to 9-2. They will play at 3:30 this afternoon from McPherson. So we'll be back with that ball game for you. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up from here. The Great Bend Chiefs win by a score of 3-1 over Salina. So again, they moved their record to 9-2, and a great outing by Tyler Stolzatz as he was able to finish the game. Thank you for joining us. We will be back at 3:20 this afternoon. Thank you.